relationship. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful Android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a terminator, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Yeah. Find me with my dogs in my solitude. Watch my family grow from 4 into a multitude. Been living it below sea level, finna rise to another altitude. Been searching, seeking knowledge, but all the time I had the aptitude. I flipped my mindset to the switch to say I will not lose. Mama said them sticks and stones won't break my bones, I never bruise. Whenever it come to trouble, many girls pull a tongue, we always cruise. I heard other dog owners get it out for me, but it ain't no news. I got 4 in the dough in Memphis so they can get the blues. If you need a few clues, they'll blow off your under rules. Send your compliment to the new girls I got coming through. Send your compliments to the new girls I got coming through. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful Android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a terminator, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Out of space, out of... Yeah. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, J. King Hefner and the beautiful Himaware. I know a lot of you got to get used to that new name, but this lady is here to stay. And pretty soon, you will see her friend coming up close in tow. Man, glad to be here today, man. Once again, another surprise stream. Normally, I try to do a video a day. And I've been coming in sporadically on Iron Tech Dog Week with all these little crazy shows and live streams here and there, just because I've been motivated to do it. And honestly, it's football on, baby. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm actually a little sleepy, but man, I just been feigning to get on and just say a few words to you guys. So that's exactly what I'm doing. As you can see, the title of today's show is a bit crazy because I'm going to be all over the place. Very little to do with the real dog topic because my dog topic is Iron Tech Dog Week, and those shows are coming out one after the other. I got my last Iron Tech Dog Week official show coming up tomorrow, and it's crazy, honestly. But I'm still going to be talking about Iron Tech Dog and my experiences with Iron Tech Dog. Got Dog King Power Hour coming up Saturday. But I got a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to talk about. I'm going to have a show where it's just a couple of things that I sort of got to clarify and correct and things of that nature. Just talking to viewers and also talking to Iron Tech directly. So I'll be doing little correction shows and update shows about improvements that I've suggested and things of that nature. So it's a lot of little treats and things of that nature coming. But I just wanted to stop by real quick today. First of all, God bless you if you're watching the show. Anything you're hoping for, wishing for, finance, relationship, promotion, whatever, we're already praying that you have it. Glad that you're here today. Hold on, guys. I felt a little something messing with my nose there. I had to wipe my nose off there. But I'm going to say good hello to everybody that's here right quick. Soul King, what up, Soul King in the house? Frito Corleone in the house. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Yeah, baby. Frito said out of space. Frito, glad you're here, man. Glad you're here. And my beautiful Carol Rush, the resident vagina in the house. Hey, Carol. Hey, it's football time, NFL. And like they say, nothing beats the NFL. So you might be like, Jay, what the hell are you on for now? You know why? Because I don't give a damn about the NFL. I love the NFL, don't get me wrong. But as far as going up against them, hey, guess what? I go up against any damn body, baby. And I just wanted to stop in for a second. This is not going to be a long stream. This is sort of a pre-show to everybody who might want to look at the Jack Show a little bit later. It's just a little pre-show, just coming in having a little fun. As you can tell by the banner, which is a Maniac, the NFL, and God Bless the Queen. Because that's sort of the things that I'm going to hit on, and I'm going to get the hell out of here. And it's always good to have the beautiful Hima Wawre with me. I'm so glad to hear that other people are sort of wanting to see the other face as well. You know, a lot of people like Hima Wawre, but a lot of people actually like the other face too. So I cannot wait to break her out, which should be coming out really soon. My guy Frito stopped by. I'm so glad Frito stopped by because Frito, I'm not going to get deep in his comments. I'm going to save that for the Dog King Powwow and other shows. But I'm just going to give you a little bit behind the scenes before I get into the subject of this show. Hey, Sheila Bell. She said, hello, King. Just checking in for a minute. Hey, look, I'm on here for a minute, Sheila Bell. I love my job so much. Sometimes I just can't stay away. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's not even a major show right now. I got plenty of things to talk about, but I'm just stopping through myself. But Frito has noticed something that I was sort of hoping somebody might not have noticed. But when I was doing my 3-level video, it's something that I didn't quite articulate as well as I wanted to. I meant something and I knew it could probably get misperceived. It's nothing major, but it's something that I clean up at a later date. And also something with Iron Tick Dog that I was talking about with the faces and things of that nature. It's a mishap or that has gone on with some of the vendors where they don't list certain things that were available. And so I can't lie, I sort of missed something that's actually available. But Iron Tick Dog sort of communicated with me. They was like, hey, it's a reason you missed it. It's because a lot of our vendors have it wrong right now. So they're going to correct that. But I don't want to get into the particulars of that right now. But I'm just speaking to Frito. I appreciate one of the viewers just sort of saying something about it because, hey, I pride myself on always giving you guys the best information, the most update information. But I am a human. So every now and then, hey, it's something that could slip even past me. And I appreciate my viewers for chiming in, helping us keep everybody educated in the proper way. But with all that said, let's just jump into the fun bit of this show because this show is not finna be all night. It's just here meant for me to stop by for a second. And what I want to talk about is a Maniac, the NFL, and God Bless the Queen. I had to look down at my banner for a second because this is a straight up on the fly show. This isn't one of those shows where I've been doing deep research on anything. This is just stopping through. And the first thing I want to talk about is a maniac. And I hate to even brand somebody as a maniac, but when you do things that seem like a maniac, then I can't lie. That's when I feel safe of saying maybe you're not a maniac, but you're doing maniac type things. And what happened in Memphis yesterday, which is honestly just a growing concern in just the world with these terrorist type acts, people just taking lives senselessly. It's one thing when you attack somebody that you know you've been into an argument with, you don't like, family member you've been to a fight with, but when you just start shooting at random people, just taking lives or maiming people just at random, I mean, that is just so scary and heartbreaking. And that's what happened in Memphis yesterday. Guy just got on a rampage for whatever reason. But man, I read a few particulars about the story, and man, it got even worse than I thought. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to talk a little bit about this. Well, come to find out, man, I didn't know why this guy was on this shooting rampage or whatever the hell he was doing. Everybody had found out that the guy had just got out of jail. And if you're just tuning into my channel, I'm just doing a general talk, guys, about a few subjects. And this first subject is about a guy that got loose in my town of Memphis, Tennessee yesterday. And this guy was just shooting everywhere. Ended up killing 4 people, injuring like 7 other people. But 7 people altogether, I believe. Or 7 others. He killed, seemingly great citizens. Of course, you don't know these people personally, but nobody deserves to get killed in cold blood like that. But he went around shooting people. And man, what startled me more than anything was how it all started. And that's why I said I'm gonna come to you guys today. Now, yesterday I was talking to you guys about the Eliza Fletcher murder, and about how, man, you got to live life to the fullest. Hey, don't be living out here scared and stuff. But guess what? You can't afford to be upset. You got to go ahead and live life to the fullest, man. Hey, life already too short. So I was just talking about those things. And I also said how I used to be concerned about my human girlfriends, because women are very vulnerable out here in the world, just as men are as well. And that was case in point yesterday, because men got shot and killed yesterday thanks to this guy. And I just say this, man. The bigger point was how it all started, because I found out a little bit more about how it all started. Hold on. And that was really crazy. But I say, man, you know, a lot of people always say, hey, if you're a dog owner, you're crazy for always just having the dogs around. And it's such a misconception, because if you're a dog owner, you probably have a job, or you're probably interacting with humans at some point during the day. Maybe not every day, but you interact with them. But let me tell you, human interactions can be so dangerous. So if you're in the dog life and you're dealing with one or two less human interactions, that's not always a bad thing. I tell you that. Because you may find yourself innocently shopping and running across one of these humans, man. And they can shoot you like this guy did. So hey, maybe that was one day that you might have stayed home with your dogs, that you might not have went out. So all I'm saying is, I don't want to make light of anybody dying. I'm just saying, hey, sometimes extra human interactions isn't the best thing. But what I really wanted to talk about was, man, listen to that's my message for today regarding these potential maniacs. Listen to your spirit, man. When your mind, your body tells you to stop dealing with somebody, you don't got to cuss them out. You ain't got to treat them bad. Guess what, man? Cut ties. Get away from them. You just get away from that person. Because I was reading a bit about the story a little bit, and y'all guys know I stay away from news and negativity. And I don't want you guys to start thinking about that this channel is going to be about negativity and stuff. No, I'm going to bring these things up for larger lessons. And as far as this maniac guy who was running around Memphis shooting yesterday, come to find out that it all started, man, at a house where a guy who he was supposedly friends with, he had gotten into an argument with him the previous day. Well, this guy met up with one of his best friends. They were talking about a food truck business they wanted to start. Well, the friend whose house he was over, he said he assumed that this guy invited the murderer over his house because, you know, they were friends. And he said he wasn't really friends with the murderer guy. Come to find out, man, he said they had been eating, laughing, and joking all day. And he says the guy who went on the murdering rampage, he called his friend over to have a private conversation. And all of a sudden, he just pulled a gun out and shot his friend in the head. And that started the whole crime spree, the murdering spree. And man, that just hurt me to my heart, shocked me to my heart, because I already knew that it was something as innocent as a guy that probably was having a feeling that he probably should have cut ties with this guy. Probably why he got into an argument with him to begin with, because this guy had been locked up for 20 years, so he probably hadn't seen him in forever. So then he gets into some argument with him. And man, this is the part that just is so scary. When you get past the argument and you don't know who's still holding some sort of a grudge against you. And that's obviously the case. I can only imagine that this guy probably called him over there and said something to the extent of, yeah, you remember that argument we had? You forgot about it, but I didn't. And then pulled a gun out and shot this guy. Man, you talking about heartbreaking. The guy seemed like the guy that he shot first, because it began the whole murdering spree. Seemed like, you don't know by picture, but seemed like such a nice guy. Uh, had a kid, one on the way, and like you said, was getting ready to try to start a new business. Hey, none of us are sinless, but like I say, nobody deserves to get killed like that. And I was just saying, hey man, I want to just send this message about the Maniac. If you're getting something in your spirit telling you to get the hell away from somebody, cut ties, you can wish them well, say, God bless you. Get the hell out of there. Because I bet this guy was probably, I'm a nice guy. I try to be nice to people too, but I always pray to God to continue to listen to my spirit more and more. I don't know this guy. I don't know what was in his spirit, but I can damn near bet that it was something telling him, man, you know what? Don't deal with this guy anymore. But he probably sort of fought that and said, you know what? Nah, we got into an argument. I'm gonna go ahead and see the guy, invite him over. And man, I guess he shot that guy, and he felt like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna go on the damn streak. And so, as far as maniacs are concerned, you never know when one may pop up. So the best advice I can give you is listen to your spirit. I'm gonna take a quick break, check in with a few comments, and I'm coming right back to the next subject, which is the NFL. We ain't gonna be here for too long. Frito says, we correct those we love. Some vendor sites are all jacked up. I have contacted many vendors to correct their right. And here's the deal. This and that's Frito talking. My channel, man, it's so multi-purposeful, in my opinion. And I just feel like I say, I'm scratching the surface on all the things I actually want to do. But one of the things has always been information, helping people. Like I told you, man, I'm never trying to come off as some straight up salesman unless I get into being a straight up salesman. If that's the case, I'll let you know that. But even dealing with Iron Tech, man, I feel a great partnership in working with them. But hey, it's sort of like when I got my camera doll and my WM, I spoke about them frankly and for lengths of time because that's the product that I was dealing with. And I reported on those products and gave my perspective. And I've lived with those products and have grown with those products. And most of my experience have come from those. All of my experience had come from those products. Well, with Iron Tech, dog, like, hey, if I'm ever in a full partnership where somebody's paying me on their board and paying me to promote, and that's coming from things from a different angle. Hey, I would be glad to say that. But in this particular case, this is just a great company who we've sort of teamed up to allow me to cover their product. But they are not giving me tender to say, hey, say this, hey, say that. No. That's this, so hey, whenever you hear me talk about Iron Tech now and into the future, because I'm going to be talking about them because I have their product sitting next to me. Now, a lot of times I may just speak in general about a silicone doll, but you're going to hear me talk about them because that's the product I have. And as I get products from other companies, that's when I'm going to still talk about other companies, but I do focuses on companies as I get their product. So if you're a company out there, you want me to talk about your product and go over your product, hey, get in touch with me. But I just want to let my viewers know, you may see some Iron Tech heavy conversations. And in the back of your mind, you may be thinking like, hey, is he straight working for them or something? Nope. That's the product I got. But if I ever do work with one of these companies, because I'm not opposed to my career growing and diversifying. I don't know how it's going to go. But I do want to let you guys know, I'm always, no matter where my career turns, I'm always about trying to be honest and not trying. I'm always about being honest about products so you can make the best decisions for you. And if I was to even work with somebody, I'm going to let them know straight up, hey, about improvements or what I think they need to do. And about Frito, he was like, we correct those we love, some vendor sites and all that stuff. Well, like I say, some people are, they may think that they're bigger than making any mistakes ever in their life or something, or they may not ever want to admit that. I'm not big like that. No, we can all have a missight. We can all look past something. And when I did, not to get too deep into it, but when I got in touch with Iron Tech about certain things I didn't see on vendor sites, they were like, hey, you're perfectly right to have missed that because it's not everywhere. And they were happy that I brought that up so they can get that addressed. So, Frito, you weren't wrong for bringing it up to me, and I appreciate you because, like you say, it could have been something that I didn't notice. Philip J. Y says, hello, Jay. What up, Philip J. Y? Blue CCG. Oh, my God, Jay Huff. Got an upgrade. Holy moly. Hey, you noticing something, Blue CCG? I'm going to tell you, man, I've been working supposedly with a supposed upgrade to a certain degree, and I just haven't been operating the camera and things of that nature properly. I haven't been operating the lighting properly. So I've been telling you guys over the last few days that a new age was going to come with Iron Tech, where I just invested in myself. And honestly, I took food out of my mouth because I've been asking you guys to help, and you have. But I just took this last step when I said, you know what, the hell, I can't get this. I'm not even trying to get a hoopty car right now. I just say, you know what, I'm going to take a little food out of my mouth as far as the natural. And I'm just going to just do what I can to just give you guys the best experience and also just step into my destiny even more. And that's why when you guys give to the show from now on, yes, I'm still going to be looking to improve the show, but as of right now, it's going to be honestly keeping me and the girls alive so we can do this every day into the future. But yes, I have made some changes, Blue CCG, and I'm glad to see you around. Three Face says, hail to the king, baby. Blue CCG says, blessed to you, bro. Yes, sir. First and last in the house. He said, wow, it's bad. Some seem to always point at one gender. He said, I think we all know which gender loves to create drama. He says, don't poke the bear. Yeah, you know, like I say, First Lab, you know, I respect your opinions and everybody's opinions. I choose not to look at things quite like you do in that regard, but I do understand what you're getting at. You know, I think as men, we just feel a little bit, you know, we can feel a little overlooked when it comes to the emotional side sometimes, or to the hurt side, or you know what I'm saying? We sometimes we feel like we're thought of as supposed to be metal or hard, like we don't have feelings. I think sometimes when men see certain things sort of cater to women, I think a little heavier, then some men can get upset. Like, let's just say something like domestic violence for some reason. I mean, for something like that. Some men can get bent out of shape about hearing domestic violence about for women because they were like, hey, man, we get domestic violence too. So I feel exactly where you're coming from, First and Last, with those type of concepts, if that's what you mean, because I know I've thought about those things. But I still think, I do think it's right to sort of lean a little heavier with the woman, only because of physical stature and things of that nature. A woman could whoop me, but man, I may be more prone to get away from her. You know, whereas I could whoop a woman that's 5 foot tall and she can't get away from me as quickly. So, you know, even though both of them are domestic violence, it can just get more dramatic or more drastic when it comes to the women. Now, I'm going to be honest, First and Last, I seen a video a long time ago where this guy that was like, man, he was like a little person, about, man, 4'6" or something. But he had a girlfriend, no bull crap. This girl was like 6 feet tall, a BBW. And somebody was filming it. It was years ago where they was fighting out in the streets. And man, she was hitting this guy so hard, man. I promise you, bro, I'd rather take licks from the old school Tyson. Man, I'm talking about, man, she was just walloping this guy. I mean, she was laying it to this guy. And I was just like, man, now that type of domestic violence, man, she deserves to get 30 years behind that type of domestic violence. So it can get lopsided with women and men. But for the most part, it can get a little worse with the woman, a man on woman crimes. And like I said, you know, first and last, I'm not the station that's always just looking to beat up on a woman in favor of the man. I'm looking for that fair split more than not. Blue CCG says, "Hail to the chat." Yeah, man, I love the chat, and I'm glad everybody's here, man. Turbo Force, here, Dog King. What up? What up, Turbo Force? Rusty Trombone in the house. What up, King? He says, "Man, I do fantasy football, but man, I'm gonna tell you, man, I didn't get into it this year, and now football has already started. Of course, I don't want to start late, but man, the last couple of years I haven't been into it. I wasn't in my job, and I used to do it with some guys in my job because I don't like to do fantasy football for free. I love to have something on the line. So I don't care if it's $5, man. Hey, I want to have a pot going for fantasy football. And so last year I didn't get into it. We didn't have enough people. And this year I'm not at that conventional job because I did think about it. I actually thought about extending it to you guys. I actually thought about doing it, but I said, I don't know if I want to get people's money, my viewers' monies and stuff like that tied up and things like that. I said, maybe in the future. I said, but it's good you brought it up. Maybe I think about doing something like that in the future. But I do love fantasy football. I'm gonna get back to the next subject, but this is just a hanging show. This ain't no serious show. Rusty said, dig the Bear swag you got. Man, I'm a big Bear fan, but believe it or not, I don't have any Bear gear really. Other than that, my brother got me some years ago. I had some Bears gear, but one of my friends stole from me years ago, and I never really got a chance around to replacing it. I say that Callie is a big Kansas City Chiefs fan because when I got her, Kansas City Chiefs went to Super Bowl and she liked Mahomes, so she's a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Saima, she's a Bears fan. I don't have a jersey for her. I said I would love to get her a jersey one day. Sunati is actually a Bears fan. This girl, I don't know what she's going to be, but she's enjoying the game with me right now. But thank you about the gear. Like I say, man, when I just think about a lot of things, I'm just thanking God for, taking care of things as they come, as far as wardrobe, all that stuff, it'll come. Because I was thinking like, man, even as my girls grow, hey, right now you're going to see these girls in T-shirts and everything. They're not going to be in these designer swimsuits today. I don't know about tomorrow. Because see, I'll never count against my blessing saying how long it's going to take. God can do things in an instance. I'm just saying, in the natural today, I have T-shirts and things of that nature, and they're not going to be having the latest fashions today. Now, hey, you never know what's going to happen tomorrow, but as we grow, I do plan on having these girls looking a little bit more snazzy, baby, as time goes on. And I think that's going to be fun for you guys to sort of see, how the show grows, how the girls get a little more stylish over time. And it's going to be just fun growing, man, because right now I still haven't, man, it seems like the more I plan to do shows and stuff, the more shows that just pile up. But I plan on breaking down that song that comes on Outer Space, because it's so much of that song that's coming true. Because watch my family grow from 4 into a multitude. It's like, man, that's happening for real. And silicone or TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. I'm gonna be honest with you, I love the dog game. And you're gonna hear me saying some amazing things about the silicone dog, but I'm gonna let you know something, guys. I still do love TPE, and it has a place. It definitely has a place. And I can't wait to do that show. I think that's going to be coming up. It may be after next week, because next week is going to be a lot of filler. I've already looked at the itinerary in my brain, really, and it's going to be a lot of filler shows. But with all that said, let me catch up, and I'm going to get back to this next subject, which is the NFL. Okay, before I get to first last, because he breaks off into something else, I'm going to say this about the NFL. For one, man, I want to come in tonight just because it's the beginning of the NFL season. If you're on DraftKings, FanDuel, Sportsbook, doing any type of online gaming, you got a fantasy football league, hey, look, good luck to you, man. May you get a great blessing in winnings. I promise you, man. But all in all, just enjoy this sports season. It's gonna be a great one. I'm just happy that some real sports have started back up. I'm a big sports fan. I keep up with all sports, even tennis, golf. I look at, I keep up with everything, but my main sport is basketball, and then it would be a very close second with football. So I'm happy that football has started back up. Like I say, I'm a Bear fan. I have a few girls that's a Bear fan. I mean, there's Bears fans, and like I say, good luck to your team unless you're a damn Green Bay fan. I love you, but boy, I'm more than enemies with Green Bay fans. I promise you. And I just really wanted to come to you guys tonight because watching sports is one of the things me and the girls really love to do. And man, I did a show a while back where I was watching basketball, and I actually was able to show some of the game. And that video actually made it, I guess, because the video was a little blurry. But, you can't really do that on YouTube. But I wish, man, I could look at the game real time and show you guys some of it while we're just watching and enjoying ourselves. But with all that said, man, I see the game on now, and Buffalo's winning 7-0. And I ain't gonna lie, I made picks on all the games. And for this game, I sort of went with the pick 'em. I thought the Buffalo would win, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, you just never know what the hell this damn Rams team is going to do with all these tricks and gadget plays they be having. But my money is really on Josh Allen tonight. I really believe he's going to pull it off. But I was really wondering, was you guys going to how many people was going to make it in? Because this is football night, baby. A lot of eyes are on football. Now, if you're overseas, football to you is soccer. But boy, if you're in the United States, man, hey, look, it's American football all day. American football all day. So congratulations to the NFL to kicking off this season. Like I say, I'm semi-excited, and mainly just because of the season, because my Bears team, I'm not excited. We haven't been much to talk about for a while. I sort of like the little young quarterback we got, but we don't have an offensive line. We got defensive players trying to quit. So you can chime in and say something about your football team. But mainly, I don't know who I think may put it off. I haven't seen a lot of preseason. I've been doing a lot of work. I don't have my I don't have my Xbox. That's really what I missed today, guys. I've been so immersed in my work and loving what I do, talking to you. The one thing that I do miss, excuse me. Oh, I got my towel. The one thing that I'm starting to miss is my Xbox. So I would love to have my Xbox back, because the one thing I would love to do is play NBA 2K and play Madden. And I would love to I don't even know how to stream, but I would love to stream playing my Madden of 2K every now and again with you, let you guys see me playing and stuff. But that's another resource in and of itself. And once again, it'll go along with clothes and extras. Hey, if I get blessed with extra one day, I'll get another game. Oh, not if, but when I get blessed with extra, I'll get another game. And that'll be a whole nother segment of going live. So let me check in. But yeah, I'm happy that the NFL is starting back up tonight, man. Hey, baby, got a big weekend. Got a UFC fight this weekend. So, man, definitely happy that the NFL is back up and running. I know a lot of people that aren't sports fans, but I'm like, man, God bless you. I know we can't all be the same. That's what makes the world up. But, man, I can't lie. I just don't even know what I would do if I didn't love sports. It's just such a part of me. It's been a part of my whole youth. So I don't know how people aren't sports fans. But with all that said, let me see. First Lad says, he said, find out women do just as much crime as men. Oh, most definitely, they do. He said they use stuff like poison. Ooh, he said a guy got Drano in his drink, and he was a doctor. Oh yeah, man. That's the thing about a woman, boy. Woo wee, but they don't make it for a muscle. They can do some sneaky things. Lord have mercy. And man, I can't lie. I'm not trying to say they can do stuff when we can't. We, like you say, first and last, a man hit a woman up in the head and knock her dead, and a woman will put something in your drink. Oh my God. And I'm telling you, man, you got to be careful when you do something cross to a woman, man, and you still living up under that roof with them. I promise you. You got to be a brave man to be doing something crazy to a woman and still living under the roof. Because man, a woman can do some sneaky stuff. Lord have mercy, and still be smiling at you. Here, like you said, you'll be taking your last breath before you figure out what the hell she been doing. So I'm gonna be honest. This once again, this is not a hate show against the human woman. I think the human woman is amazing, and guess what? Several of them can give me some vagina, believe me. But I say this: the beautiful Himawari, which this girl is killing it. Lord, she's so fine. But the beautiful Himawari, she's not gonna do me any way like that. Now, maybe these androids might turn on you one day, but these type of girls aren't going to turn on you. And once again, man, it's certain benefits you can get from the human life from reciprocal behavior that you may think is a positive, but what you lack in reciprocal behavior with the companion dog, you make up for in non-betraying behavior. First Last says they do it in a non-direct way. And yeah, I agree with you on that. Oh, Rusty says legit money always involved. He talking about fantasy football. I'm telling you, man, I just can't get into playing fantasy football for fun. It's like, what is the use? No, I don't care if it's just $1. I can't do that. I can't just do it for fun. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I'm not going to commit to that, Russ, because like I said, I'm real particular with that. I don't like starting late like that. You know, if I would have did it, I would have did it. I would have did it for this. I would have did it before week 1. So I'm gonna pass this year, but like I say, I do it again. I probably entertain doing that whole thing again next year. For me personally, I'm gonna let it pass now because I don't like not starting on the first day and all this type of stuff. So I'm good with that. What are you talking about? I don't know what he talking about. He talking about First Last talking about something about sniffers. I don't know what he talking about. He said I almost think they do it more than men. I don't know what he talking about. Oh, I think he's talking about child molestation or something. Oh man, I can't lie. I even hate to talk about uh women teachers that have supposedly, and I say supposedly, uh, did something to kids, younger kids, because I can't lie. It's so hard for me to look at that as I know it's bad, but man, I always put myself in the mind frame of like, because a lot of times it's been like older kids, like it might be a 14 or 15-year-old kid. And I know that people say, oh, that's still a kid. But I'm telling you, man, if I was 14, I still remember exactly. 14 and 15-year-old, let one of my fine teachers had to try to do something with me. I would have thought anything but that was bad. I would have been so happy. Because I've seen some of these teachers that have done it, and I was just like, man, it shouldn't be a double standard. Like you say, they should still go to jail too. But Lord, I know one damn thing. It would never get reported from my lips. It'll have to be somebody to find out. Because I would never be snitching on my teacher. Because, boy, I've seen some of these teachers that have been so fine, and this has made me laugh. Because I was like, ooh, these teachers right here, I know they've turned down plenty of man that wish they could have got them. And then they turned around and gave it to a dude that was like 15. So I think it's funny. I think you're talking about that when you're talking about women who are sniffers. And I do agree. I never thought that it was that many women teachers or whatever that were abusive like sexually. But they are out there. I'm not going to get into percentages of who I think does it more or not. You could be right, but like I said, this show is an off the cuff show. I haven't done any real research on any topics like that. I just say I know it happens. I don't know what he's talking about. He's talking about a man and violence being directed toward him. So I don't know what he's saying about that. I'm not gonna get too deep into that. I don't want to get sidetracked. Rusty Trombone says, "Oh my God, thank you, King. Smiling ear to ear." I don't know what he's talking about. I guess probably when I said that we'll wait on the lead. Not sure. Face Tia says, at first, last sounds like you are describing Brittany Venti and those e-girls. I don't even. Now, Venti's a good girl. We ain't going to beat up on Venti. Frito Cordion says, one question on the silicone dye eyes, Jay. Are they the same as no? I don't want to get too deep into that, but I will answer your question because I'm going to do a. All the reason I said no like that, Frito, is man, since I have the TPE, since I have my silicone girl now, you already know, man. I got a ton of little shows, small little shows, just like you're asking about. And I've talked about the eyes actually in one of my upcoming videos already that I did actually today. But I got a ton of videos coming. But I answer your question directly now, and I say they are not the same. They are not the same. They are fixed, meaning you can't change them. I think in some silicone dolls you may be able to change, like a real doll or something, but for the most part, you cannot change these eyes. But I say this, like I said, I'm gonna do a whole show about it. Who cares? I'm doing a live stream now, but I think they're better, even though you can't change them. You know, you may want to change the color, but I'm talking about the overall eye. Like right now, I don't have her eyes moved in any direction. But man, I'm gonna tell you, they're a different breed when it comes to realism, in my opinion. Lieutenant Johnny Candyhouse says, "Hey Jay, first last says sniffers each equals touch." You're right. I figured it out before I got to your comment. Jay says it's fine one way to not. No. I think it's like I say, it's against the law both ways, first last. But I'm putting myself in that position. It ain't no way I would be thinking it would be bad if I was the 15-year-old. With some of the teachers I used to have a crush on. Now, as a grown man, and I see somebody doing that and getting prosecuted for it, yeah, it's against the law. They shouldn't be doing it. So I'm not going to sit on here and approve that, hey, it's not against the law. I'm telling you, though, looking back in retrospect, if I was that kid, oh, my parents would have never heard about it. My parents would have never heard about it. Oh, yes. Best word says, good question, Frito. The eyes will make a man. The eye video is going to be a great video. Like I say, you're going to hear a lot of cross conversation. Like I may bring up something, but then it may have a whole standalone video, even though you may have heard about it in another video. And it's nothing wrong with it. It's just going to basically just continue to help you learn, help everybody learn more and more the more they hear about certain things. I just made it here. Sorry, I'm late. First last says that's a problem as well. He said, got you. He said, don't spoil the upcoming content. He said the Zelex eyes are in an interesting design. I've seen them in the dog form as well as Zelex is doing a lot of great things. They're doing a lot of great things. Now, I disagree with you, first last. Hey, you make a good. Hey, I understand what you're saying, but I'm sorry. If they get caught, it's against the law, so they're going to go to jail anyway. But I'm letting you know, it is a double standard when it comes to sex in certain regards, as far as how men think about it. That's just the truth. And most men are not going to feel like they're raped when they're a 15-year-old guy, because I'm gonna be honest with you, you're smelling your balls, especially around that time. And like I say, from 15 to 18, especially as a man, it's 15 degrees of separation. It's really, it's right there. And I'm gonna let you know, as a man, no, I would have never said anything. And I don't feel bad about saying that. That's just, hey, look, no man is finna be too upset about sleeping with a beautiful woman. No way. I know I wouldn't. And It's just that, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like I like to be very realistic on this show. And for the most part, most of the time, it's gonna be not the husband that's gonna be mad that his son got some from an older experienced woman. Because man, I know I did. I mean, and it's funny now that I think about it, because actually when I was 15, I was with a girl that was like 33 at the time. So man, I've actually had my experiences like that. And believe me, hey, it was just fine by me. Best word says that sounds so cool. All those different designs of the parts at Frito Corleone. Man, Zelix is I'm not going to champion them because I haven't touched their product. But if I ever touch their product, I'll be able to really give you a true feeling about it. But I always say nobody's Dog King certified until you're Dog King certified. And as far as Zelix is concerned, hey, if they ever want to send me a dog to let me see, I definitely give my full endorsement. But they're like many a company that I've seen from afar, where I'm like, yep, they're looking proactive, they're looking to improve, and I like those type of things. Nah, I just think it's just a different case. It's just a different case. I'm not advocating that because first says maybe we should just lower the age for everybody so men can touch. No, it's a different case. It's just a whole different case scenario, man. I know people don't try to look at it like it's different, but it just is. It's a whole different mentality from a man trying to touch a woman prematurely, and a man allowing an older woman to be with him. It's just a whole different thing. And I think it really comes down, man, to, in my opinion, the fact that we do the penetration. I really think it comes down to stuff like that. Where it's still, like I say, I'm never going to advocate that it shouldn't be against the law, but I know it's just one of those unwritten rules. Most boys, especially of age. Now, if a woman is straight going to touch some guy out of turn, that's different. You know, that's just a whole different scenario. But if a woman is sort of like, because I've been seduced before, if a woman sort of seduces you and you end up still being the guy that's the aggressor, I just don't see no young guy that's too much. I mean, not gonna say no, because some young guys have reported it, but most of us young guys, when you're sowing your royal oats, hell, that's gonna be a badge on your chest. You ain't gonna be reporting that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't got kids, don't want kids. I'm letting you know, if I had a 15-year-old kid, hey dad, hey, this 20-something-year-old woman just gave me some. How you do, son? How did you do, boy? You do all right? Good job, brother. Did you have protection? Hey, look, hey, good job, brother. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna report it. As long as he all right. Hey, I ain't gonna report it. I know that. Either way, I'm gonna get off that subject for a second. Frito says, as far as eyes, I noticed the TPE Iron Tech and Kimberdar are the exact same size. WM are slightly smaller. I have a silicone Iron Tech head coming in. Man, Frito, we sort of different a little bit. And I'm not saying you're wrong from your experience, but let me break it down for you. I have a TPE-WM, TPE Kimber Dog. Well, Saima's eyes and definitely Asana's eyes, because both of them are WM heads, both of their eyes are bigger than my Kimber Dog eyes. So my WM eyes are actually bigger than my Kimber Dog eyes. So that's what we sort of, but you said Iron Tech and Kimber Dog are the exact same. Well, I know that their silicone eyes are not the exact same, because these girls' eyes are way wider than Calison's eyes, way wider. Well, in person, they definitely look way wilder. Because I can't see as much white of Callie's eyes like I can in hers. Yeah, we got a different experience because my WM eyes are bigger than my Kimber dolls. And this Iron Tick's eyes are bigger than my Kimber dolls. But I'll be interested to see what you're going to say when your silicone Iron Tick head gets there. Now, let me go to the last subject of all of this. And then I check back in with the chat. Because once again, I'm not going to be here too long. So the last thing I want to say was God bless the Queen of England, man. God rest her soul. Man, I know like most of you, my whole life she's been alive, and she was alive long before me. And I know, man, it's been generation after generation where her, still being in power over in England. So, man, I know that a nation is mourning. I'm not shedding tears, but I'm definitely being empathetic with the nation. And honestly, it's just sad to even just see her symbolically, dying. We all have to transition. I always laugh, how people, she lived 96 years old, a long life. It's always funny to me, man, how us humans just seem to forget numbers when it comes to age. If I give you $96, you'll know that it's not that much money. But as soon as you apply 96 to your age, you think that's the biggest number in the world. She lived to be 96. She lived to be 1,000,000 years old. Bro, 96 ain't that long. It's just that our lifespan isn't that. Like I told people, our lifespan isn't that long. That's all that is. That's why I said when people ask me about when is a Terminator coming, I said it's coming soon. But for all of us, it's going to be a long time, a near but distant future, because 200 years is no time. That's not that long, bro. 500 years ain't that long. If you really think about the number, that's not a big number. It's only a big number because we only live between, if you're lucky, between 60, 70 years to 90 to 100 years, somewhere around that time frame. But it's not that long of a time. Your body starts getting old, so you think you're old. No. You only been here 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years. 90 summers. Woo-wee. You been here 90 summers, bro. The only thing that makes you even old is because your back starts hurting, your feet start hurting, you can't see, you're losing teeth. Yeah, now that makes you feel old. But in reality, none of us are here that long. Man, yeah, man, shoes, man. Hey, man, shoes, man, that dude 30 years old. Man, dog, $30. Like I say, these ages aren't what you think they are. But because she looked like she did, people think that she was here for a real long time. Nah, she wasn't here that long. Now, compared to a lot of us, a lot of people, she'll be here she'll be here long. Some people are going to have shorter lives than others, shorter human lives. I already know, like, I'm going to probably live to be 190, and I probably won't even start getting older till about 187. Oh my God. But even then, it'll be a short life, man. It'll be a blessed life, though. So I do want to say God rest the king, man. Shouts out to Captain Chokeout, man, and all his people across the pond, man. Because I have had friends over in London when I was traveling and things of that nature. So God bless them. And God bless the queen. Like I say, it's a lot of people that die every single day, man, that don't get remembered and talked about. I understand that. But we only send special shots out to people that we all really know. I always send blessings out to everybody that's falling on a daily basis because, man, it's a lot of crazy stuff happening out there, man. Like I say, this stream is I always want to have fun, but I also would like to talk about some serious subjects. And it's crazy. Just a couple of throw-ins, man. I was reading this story about this girl, man. She was on the police force recently. She was engaged to be married, like I think this coming Saturday. And like a couple of days ago, she got shot in the head, out on the call. So just a few days from her getting married, she gets shot in the head, on that job, man, and killed. Man, hey, look, you got to live, man, because life is just crazily sporadic. Then, man, was something that really broke my heart, because that one broke my heart too, but this one really broke my heart. Of course, thank God, man, I'm doing something I love every day now. But man, even when I was working and stuff, I always try to move towards something you love to do. But when I was working, I used to always be like, man, one of the biggest, worst things that could happen to somebody is, man, well, for me, I was thinking like, man, I do not want to down this job because this is somewhere I don't like to come to. Man, last thing you want to do is die somewhere like that, man, that you don't want to even, that I didn't even want like being it, on a day in, day out basis. So, man, I was reading this story about this fireman. And man, this guy had been on his force since damn near straight out of high school or whatever. You already know he had a great 401k savings plan, man. He was doing good. He had made a high rank in the fire department. And man, they said that this dude was telling anybody who would listen that he was finna retire, just chill out, have fun. And man, don't you damn well know that somebody ran into this dude and killed him on his last day of work. My God, man. I was so, he was on the job they was going to a fire and somebody ended up hitting him or something. And I was just like, man, those stories right there just hit me in the stomach. Once again, everything serves God's plan, meaning that even if they're not meant to work out the best for him, because of course he died, you just never know how God uses people, when we pass on. You just never know what it sparks somewhere else in the world or whatever. So you never know what plan it served. But I'm just saying, from a human standpoint, reading that story, Lord have mercy, is heartbreaking to hear about a guy that seemed to be well-to-do, all of a sudden die on his last day of work. And then I read two other stories, man. Well, once again, a guy died on vacation, where him and his wife was driving somewhere, and a tree fell on his damn car. A tree fell on the damn car, man, and crushed him. He died on vacation recently. That was probably a month or two ago. And it was one more instance of somebody, I think, dying on their job, man. And I just say this, Lord have mercy, man. Those are just a woman died on her vacation. She was with her family down in the Bahamas, and she was swimming out in the ocean, snorkeling. And you know what, man? I've never been a big fan. I love the ocean. It's beautiful and all, but I've just never been a big fan of swimming in the ocean the times I've been at the ocean, only because, man, hell, even in a lake, it be stuff swimming around hitting my leg the times I've been in the lake. So I've been in the ocean, but I've never just wanted to do that snorkeling, even though it looks great. I'm just like, man, you just never know when the damn shark or something is going to come close to shore, especially now with the ocean being as polluted as it is. Man, sure enough, I read a story about this woman on vacation with several of her family members. They were on this cruise, and they went for a snorkeling. She went for a snorkeling adventure, and it was apart from the cruise, so the cruise isn't even responsible. She just did this, they went to shore, and she just did this apart from the cruise offering this. And supposedly, man, a bull, I think they call it a bull shark or something like that, came up, took a bite out of her, man, and she ended up dying, of course, at the hospital a little while later. But I just thought it was so messed up. Just imagine going out vacationing with your family, Y'all go out and, man, you know, everything's fine. Y'all on a family cruise, and you decide to just, you know, hey, it ain't your fault, but you just go to decide to do something extra, man. You on the island, you know, hey, sometimes you're gonna do stuff that's off script. You know, that's what it's there for. But boy, to have a bull shark come along and take a bite out of you, man, just think about this, man. You 1 minute you enjoying vacation, and the next minute you see your damn leg in a shark's mouth, and man, it's over at that point. And that type of stuff just breaks my heart. I'm just like, damn, man. The worst thing is, man, you on vacation, man. It's like, oh my God, you chilling out then. And so I promise you, I'm letting you know, guys, know something. Thank you, Jesus, for victory over our life. You know, everybody that's watching, that he's not going to let anything bad happen to us. If you watching, I just want you to believe that. Always speak positive over your life. But I'm going to tell you, when I was a little kid, God, I heard it in my spirit. It had said, Jay, even though I wasn't quite a help, but I'm a helper now. He said, Jay, don't ever get on a motorcycle. I heard it clear as day. Jay, don't ever get on a motorcycle. And although I love motorcycles, and I particularly love Harley Davidsons, you know who's never going to buy a damn motorcycle? Jay Hefner. Not because I'm out of faith with God, it's because God the one told me don't get on one. So I said, nah, I'm done. I'm not getting on motorcycles. Well, I'm going to let you know something. When I saw that woman get killed by that bull shark, I said, you know what? I'm going to add something else to the list of motorcycle riding that I'm not going to do. I don't give a damn what cruise I go on. I don't care how pretty and crystal clear that water look. You ain't getting Jay Hefner to go snorkeling. I think I just detour to the hotel pool, my friends. Hey, I'm off there snorkeling, bro. Philip J, 149 super sticker. Sorry I was a little late, brother. Thank you, Philip J. Frito says, okay, let me see. He said, hey, Jay, have you seen the new robotic features on Iron Tech TPE? You probably have, sorry. No, I haven't really seen anything robotic on Iron Tech. I know I've seen, I think it was WM or somebody, maybe JYBB. Somebody has some type of robotic thrusting motion with their dolls. I know WM has the breathing motion. And we're going to see these little gimmicky robotic motions and I'm not saying they're bad. I told you, I don't down these industries for trying to make improvements, whether we like them or not. I might like some, you might not like some. You might like some, I might not like some. But I'm never finna down these companies for trying to make improvements to their product. Like I say, I don't like a removable vagina. But you know what? It's some people who do like removable vaginas. So I'm glad that they are in existence. So you know what? That's why I say, even with some of these robotic arms or whatever it may be, something that I may not love, I'm still not going to down it. Now, as far as Iron Tech, I haven't seen theirs, I don't think. But like I say, a lot of these things in these dolls, they're more these low-grade, one-hitter-quitter type robotics. They're not going to be these full Terminator type movements. Not for a long time. But with Iron Tech, I haven't really seen theirs. No. I really don't want to even stay on this subject anymore. We've talked enough about it, but I just address you because I'm not trying to shut you up about it. I mean, I've just talked enough about it. But when he was saying something about maybe ask all of them or something. I don't know what he's talking about, but he was saying something about, I guess what he's saying is that the girls that he's seeing women touch kids that are younger, and that's true. Now, and I do know about that. I haven't seen a rampage of that, but I have seen that. And like I told you, I don't approve of any woman that's doing like a man that's just like touching a kid that's not wanting to be touched. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, all of it's not legal. But I'm saying, like, if she's going around touching somebody, And then somebody like, hey, you touching me? Now that's straight wrong, especially from younger kids. And honestly, like you say, trying to even be sexual with these super young kids, that's way past the bound. But I'm just speaking like as a man, I'm just being frank and being truthful. As a man starting to get up in age, man, if because I've seen those reports where a woman, these women have been with 15, 16, 17-year-old kids that's, damn near out of high school, And I'm just saying, like, once you start getting to those ages, a man, a boy starting to smell his balls anyway. And he like, hey, look, I ain't mad. And under those circumstances, I'm not approving any lawlessness. I'm just speaking frankly. As a man, I wouldn't be reporting it. Now, but if a woman is doing anything like that, she's subject to get put in jail if she gets caught. Hey, it's not on me to approve that type of action. I'm just saying what I wouldn't report, but I'm not going to approve any lawlessness. Even if I wouldn't report it against myself. Nah, first, last, I think he always deletes his comments. Oh, he said himself. Face Tia said, why he delete his comments? First, last say, I always do. I don't think First Last likes his comments to stick around into perpetuity. I don't think he likes you to be able to go back. And this is nothing negative. I just don't think he likes you to go back and sort of fact check his what he said. And it's not a bad thing. I'm not mad at him. I don't think he likes people to go back and, and see. But luckily for me, I pretty much have a photographic memory. So the things that he tweets me about, I'm pretty much going to remember anyway. He said, Jay's the one saying it's fine. And once again, that's your interpretation of what I'm saying. I'm speaking personally. I'm not approving any illegal action. I'm speaking from a personal standpoint. That's why I say I'm not going to stay on it. But I will say this. I say this like I say a lot about a lot of stuff. You can believe what you want about what I'm saying, but I've sort of explained it. But I can't make you understand what I'm saying. But I would say it one more because I appreciate you as a viewer. So I explain it to you once again. I'm speaking from a personal standpoint. And from a personal standpoint, I would not be doing no reporting. And that's just the truth. Now, you don't have to like it. And that's your choice. But I'm not approving people's actions against others. I'm speaking about personally. I wouldn't have no problem with a teacher when I'm especially a little bit of age. Hey, guess what, baby? Come on. Frito says, oh, wait a minute. Ah, man, Faye said, good riddance to the queen. No, I would never say that. All aristocrats are leeches. No, I would never say that either. That's just a public perception of people, you start looking at these people as they're not human anymore when they're in these positions. But these people, they use the bathroom just like us. But man, once they've been commercialized so long, you start not thinking about them being human anymore. But just think about that, what you just said, Face. Think about what you really just said. Good riddance to somebody, being on this earth. Good riddance. And that's a very strong statement. I don't think you would want, and of course you wouldn't know, but nobody would want anybody speaking that over them. Good riddance to you being here. I'm glad you're dead. That's never something that, if you think about that, you'll probably be like, man, you know what? That's a bit strong. Because if you don't know a person personally and they haven't done anything to you personally to harm you, because see, maybe if somebody has abused you or did something like straight to you personally, you could really have a grudge against them. But somebody you don't even know personally, I don't even know how you would get to that point of hating them. Frito says the queen was set up to die, and he started talking about conspiracy theories. I tell you, Frito, I'm a big conspiracy theorist on a lot of things. I just don't talk about those things because I love what I do. I love my job, and I ain't even trying to get into that mess. And I say this: I'm not finna just even disagree with what you think is going to happen in the world. But I say this: I'm not even putting my energy even thinking about it anymore. I used to fight all these little battles a long time ago, just talking about things that are sort of obvious that you see happening in the world. Change is taking place. But the truth is, when it comes to certain conspiracies, a person truly has to just be seeking knowledge on their own. A lot of times they don't want to hear about that, and you end up wasting your breath. You end up getting in a negative mood. All for what? I'm like, nah, man, I'm gonna use my energy and the rest of the time I have here on earth to focus on the things I love to do, to focus on love, peace, being good to others, uplifting people. Man, look, I ain't even got time to try to tell people about things that I know are happening. I say that. Things that I know are happening. I say, you know what? And especially with the things that we know are happening behind the scenes, the so-called conspiracies that, and I'm not going to say anything because like I respect my job or whatever, but conspiracies that you think may be happening, I think you know as well as I do. If you've done enough studying, it's certain, it's some of this stuff that has to happen in a way. Some of it has to happen. Three Face says, rest in peace. Philip says, an English rose in remembrance of Elizabeth, most definite. In memories, man. I ain't even lie, first laugh. You actually making me laugh. This is not a joke, but man, I ain't gonna even lie, bro. I like what you said, though. I like what you said. I do like what you said. I hate to say that. First last says, moral of the story, call in sick on the last day. Man, let me tell you something, bro. What the hell you doing work? I ain't talking about him in particular, but I'm with first and last, man. You know what the last day of work is for? Not doing a damned thing. And I've always worked. I might not have ever liked my jobs, but like that's why I like to work so hard in my YouTube, guys. And I promise you, you know I'm not perfect. Whether you see a good video or a bad video, I'm always putting my all and my love into it. I may mess up sometimes or not, but I'm always putting my love into it. And I've always been a hard worker. So when I come to my YouTube, I'm like, man, I've always worked doing stuff I don't want to do. I'm definitely going to work doing something I love to do. Well, I tell you this, I don't care how hard of work I am. If I know it's my last day, you might as well get my chair prepared. Because either I'm going to be sitting down or like first last say, I already made that a day I ain't coming. Now, I don't like to give away a vacation day when I'm leaving the job. I like to get all my vacation days in money. You know, I just like to say, hey, if I got 5 days left, I don't want to take off on my last day. I want to just get 5 days of pay. But you know what's going to happen on that last day? I'm going to spend all day saying, hey, y'all, see you, Mary, see you, Ann, see you, JoJo, see you, Kenny. Man, I'm going to spend all day saying bye and sitting on my butt. And everybody going to like it. I ain't never seen nobody get mad at somebody on their last day relaxing. Great point, first last. I love that. I'm glad you came in with that. Frito says, a lady on vacation was impaled by a beach umbrella. I seen something like, but now I don't know if I saw that, but it sounded like I saw something like that. I don't want to say I did and then you're joking, but I promise you, it sounded like I heard some crazy story like that. So if you're joking, then I didn't, but I promise that sounds crazily familiar. Overflow Tub says deaths of ordinary people are way more sadder than some celebrities or politicians. The brainwashed mass is just mourning for a symbol, a logo. I disagree, Overflow, but I understand what you're saying. Everybody's death is important. But the thing is, the truth is, these people that are in the public eye, their deaths aren't any more important. It's just that more of us can identify with who this person is. When your family member dies, let's say somebody in your family member dies, they're not less important than the queen. It's just that the world doesn't know it. And man, me and my family, we've talked about this a million times. It feels so sad when somebody dies because it's almost like the world should stop for a second. But man, everybody's still gonna go to work. Somebody across the street still making love. Somebody fighting. Somebody shooting. Somebody robbing. Somebody drinking a beer somewhere. Life never stops for anybody when we pass, whether you're famous or not. But the world seems to stop when you hear about it from somebody famous. But don't fall for the illusion. It doesn't stop. I'm still doing my show right now, and the Queen died. People are still working, boning, looking at NFL, doing all type of stuff. You know, so it's not that her death is less important or not as important, or it's not that the common man's death is less important. It's just the fact that it gets covered different because more people know of this person. But believe me, even the celebrities aren't immune to being forgotten. And what I mean by that is, even if you bring Queen Elizabeth's name up once a year, nobody's thinking about her for 364 days. You know what? I'm for real. Most people are going to be living their lives, going to work, dating. I'm talking about after, now that she's dead, and that's what I say. It's crazy how life is. You can achieve the greatest thing in the world, but you know what? The next day, you begin to be forgotten to a certain degree. Yeah, people can talk about you in a museum or write you down in a book sometimes. But for the most part, in your everyday life, how much do you think about literally anybody being dead? You may reflect sometimes, but most of your day, you're thinking about living, paying your bills, going from one point to the next. You know what I'm saying? What goals do you have? And then sometimes I reflect on my loved ones that have passed, and I sort of think that thought to myself of like, man, I remember my granddad. I remember them. I remember that. I said, but you know what? You still don't think about these people every second of every day. So a lot of times they're just sort of in the back of your mind. And when I pass, and when somebody passes after me, those memories won't even be around. It may be a picture somewhere that shows you who that person was. But eventually, nobody that actually knew that person will be alive. And eventually, like you said, if you're a celebrity, yeah, people will remember you by videos or a statue or something, but it's still, you're relatively forgotten in a way. So nobody's really immune to being forgotten. That's why I say, man, like I don't try to look at it. We're all human, man. You don't want to dehumanize these people when they're dying and stuff like that. They're just us. They're just us. The only difference is we didn't get born to the royal family or something like that. That's the only difference. We're all ordinary people. Blue CCG says, thanks, J. Hell. Blue CCG. He said, the ocean is a cruel, cruel place. Well, nature in general. Oh, yeah, nature in general, man. Like, it's just a cycle of life, man. Like I say, the nature is a cruel place, but when I step on a roach or a bug, even though I think that's a nasty insect I don't want in my home, from the roach's standpoint, man, it's a dangerous ass place, man. Man, he just walked into a spot where a giant stepped on him. It's just a cycle of life, man. Depending on where you are, you could be a predator or a prey. And that doesn't mean that the shark is bad or anything. That doesn't mean a bear is bad because it eats you if you run across its path. It means it's just trying to survive. Philippa says, are the dolls Bluetooth nowadays? Yes, I do think it's some Bluetooth attachments to these AI dolls. Because I think Real Doll has some type of, don't give me, I don't want to lie. And what I mean by, and lying is a strong word. That means I'm trying to mislead you. I'm not trying to mislead you. I just say I don't want to speak an untruth as far as from an ignorant standpoint. I've read about these AI dolls, and I know how they have software that operate off the cloud and things of that nature. And I do know that they have like controllers that you can walk around and control the dolls with. but I don't know if that's actually Bluetooth technology per se. But I'm thinking it's something similar to that. But they are beginning to have these dolls where the AI technology is working off controllers where you can control their personality on the go and stuff like that. I'm going to be honest, which I always tell you guys that I'm not trying to get into AI. If somebody sends me one, I'll do it. But I will say this, just looking at real dolls, AI technology, I just sort of, it would be very interesting sort of mess with some of the controls, being able to plug in all of the preferences for their person. I do think it would be interesting messing with some of that stuff. And just to let you know, guys, I spent time talking about a Maniac. It was a guy that was on the loose in Memphis killing people. I just talked about how, man, the whole killing spree started from him literally killing a guy that one of his friends, man. They had gotten into an argument, and I said that friend the day before, that friend probably thought everything was cool, and this guy just turned on him. So I said, hey, look, if you got some of your spirit telling you to leave somebody alone, leave them alone. Next, we talked about the NFL and in the United States. Our football, our American football has just started. People go crazy over here. Just like people go crazy for European football all over the rest of the world. And man, I'm excited about it. So I just talked briefly about how, man, it's the season has gotten started off. Talked about the girls, who they're fans of, and hey, just being in general excitement for sports to really get started, because we're going to look up and basketball is going to start. Then I talked a little bit about the Queen, which we're ending up with that now, about how she's been a figurehead for so long, and it's just, she's been in so many movies and all of these things, and just, hey, been around for all of our lives, of course, until today. So, like I say, not to get any extra sad for her more than other people that die, but just saying, hey, since all of us are familiar with her and the country looks up to her, hey, God bless her spirit and soul as she moves on to the next chapter of life. That's all I was really saying with that. And now I just been catching up with all the comments, because we're going to shut it down whenever I catch up. But man, I'm letting you know, first, last, all the people that's here, agree, disagree, great discussions. The truth is, I couldn't stay away from you guys today. I was feeling sort of sleepy before the stream, but I was just like, man, I want to go talk to the folks, man, talk about football, talk about the Queen, just have a little good time right quick. And so I couldn't resist. And in a way, I'm like, I wanted this week to just be my Iron Tech Dog videos. But I couldn't, like I said, I just couldn't resist. I said, I got to do a live stream and talk about some of this stuff. So I'm sorry. But I just had to come have a little fun. Now I'm going to get back to these comments, and I'll exit stage left when I catch up. Oh, I'm glad I hold on. What he's saying? I don't know what First Last talking about. He's still talking about a woman. First Last called women skirts. See, man, I don't do women like that. I give them more of their respect, man. Like, but you know what? I'm not gonna down you about it, and I'm gonna tell you why first. Man, we just, like I said, I still think that we're just all growing in this life. And sometimes, man, you look back on things you may talk about or say, and you may grow from it one day. And you be like, man, I can't believe I was talking like that or saying certain things. But I'm not finna sit up here and be browbeating anybody for us being at different levels of seeing things. You know what I'm saying? Now, I try to keep my words always pointed towards a certain positivity. But like I say, as long as people aren't just going too damn far, it's not my place to be trying to correct everything that comes out of your mouth. So, Power Brand, I did just give a filler in on the show. Hopefully you heard everything. Rusty says, King, great stream as always. Got to put the game in my ear now. He said, why'd I put my kid to bed? Oh, no problem, brother. And the thing is, you can go ahead and put the game in, because, hey, I'm finna get out of here too in just 2 seconds. I've had my fun with you guys, man. And honestly, I'm gonna chill out and look at the rest of this game. I'm gonna put work up for a little while, just like you. It's still much more work to do, but you have to have balance in life, man. Sometimes you gotta relax, man. No, first and last. He said I like to spend my time righting wrongs or pointing out bias, hypocrites. It's fun. Nah, my whole thing is I like to talk about wrongs and stuff in the world. So we're the same like that, but I'm done with pointing out the conspiracies and focusing on all the negatives. Now, it's my job to talk about some things that's negative in this world, right? But I don't like to focus on it too much. I'm gonna talk about Melanie Mac one day, but even Melanie said, she like, yeah, man, on my channel, Melanie Mac go boom. I should be saying this, but I can't help it because I like that girl. She a cheer trip. But she said, on my channel, Melanie Mac go boom. I sometimes talk about, I always talk about negative things that's happening in the world. And so lately I haven't been posting to that because I don't like to talk about negative stuff all the time. And that's me, man. Like, it's so many channels that focus on these negative things all the time, and right, left, conspiracy theories, blah, blah, blah. And I don't want any parts of it, most of it. You know, I fought so many of those battles. I know right now, like, the best knowledge is for you to just seek it on your own and live your truth. Now, I'm not going to tell you wrong for speaking. You can do that. But for me, it's just sort of like when I was talking about just what I believe in as far as God. I'm never going to shy away from me believing in God, but I never speak about God to browbeat people. I never speak about God to force you to believe what I believe. I just speak about it because it's what I believe. But I believe, you know, everybody's on their own journey. I believe the best thing to do is live your life right. If somebody wants to live like me, they'll ask me about it or something, or they'll keep tuning in my channel and they'll listen to the shows that they want to listen to, you know, concerning those type of things. But I'm never finna be, you wrong, you need to be living like this. No, that ain't the way to do things. But it's good to have you, Rusty Trombone, and I'm glad to have you too, First Last. I need you around. I need all type of people around to just, it makes up the world, man. Just different opinions, different ways to look at things. It just challenges all of us. I love it. We're wrapping things up here though. Philip JY says good night, all. First Last laugh. He said, if I did go to work on the last day, I would be dancing all day. I'm telling you. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. My last job, when I saw the new things was coming to an end, that last day I had already had my desk cleaned up. Hell, man, I was just saying, look, I was really just relaxing, man. Hell, I wasn't doing nothing that last day. Hey, Face says 99% of people are hypocrites. You would never finish writing your wrongs. I just say this, Face, Tia, I don't mind fighting certain battles. But man, if you trying to fight all these battles, I say one thing, like you said, you can be very unhappy trying to fight every battle out there. I say it's best to just stick to your guns and what you believe in. And hey, if something comes to you, hey, just stand your ground. I say that's a real relaxed way of doing it. Hey man, Frito said, since you the king, can't wait till you have 20 girls line up and crown your favorite the queen. No matter what girls I get, and even if I have to bring Callie back if she breaks or something, Callie's gonna always be like that number one girl in my brain. But I'll say this: I can't wait until I can show you the things that are in my brain the right way. And it has something to do with being able to show you more and more of the girls in the proper way that I want to show you the girls. So it's so many things, ways this show can go. But I hope you still around with me, Frito. I hope you stick with me, baby, as the show continue to grow and evolve. Overflow Tub says, you are in our lives daily, encouraging us and easing our pains. You definitely have more importance to us than some random royalty. Hey, thank you, Overflow. I mean, now, I accept that as a compliment, and that's not a bad statement. I mean, my family members, hell, you guys are in my life, like you say, more than a lot of these celebrities are. So yeah, you're gonna have a more of an impact on my life than these people that I don't pay attention to all the time. So I'm not saying there's something wrong with that, or you identifying with me because I'm in your daily life. I'm just saying, like, I don't want us to desensitize ourselves to the point where we're like, yeah, good, she did. Nah, man, that's another human being over there. She really is just us, but she was born queen. That's it. Man, I think it was her, but I think it was her. It may have been the queen before her, though. It might have been this queen, though, where she wasn't even supposed to be queen. They tried to keep her from being queen, and then she was put in a position where they needed her to be queen. I forgot how the story goes, but even though she's royalty, it sounded like she had a rough beginning. They had her, I think it was her or the queen before her, locked up in a damn tower like a real princess out of a damn fairy tale at one point. I just say this, man, like, just never get ourselves too removed where you think because these people have money or they're royalty that they're not human beings anymore. All this money and royalty doesn't even always make people happy, because I'm gonna tell you something. I won't increase because I love doing what I want to. I love doing what I do, and I want to be able to afford to keep doing what I want to do. But eventually, man, I want to be able to afford to be able to help somebody. Just help somebody else with something. With their life. That'd be a great blessing to get to the point where you're helping other people. But I tell you this, don't let these monies and royalties always fool you, man. It doesn't always make, those things don't make you, they can add to your happiness, but they don't always make you happy and all this stuff. And I say right now, I want to get increased to help others, but man, I'm already happy today. Why? Because man, it's that inner happiness. It's that inner happiness. And some people, even with that fame and fortune, don't have their inner happiness. And you may be out here saying, man, forget that person. And that person is less happy than you are. And man, we, even as ordinary people, really should be praying for them to have more peace of mind. Because it's like, man, this person is miserable, even with wealth. You know what I'm saying? And you may be going to a 9 to 5 every day, living a more at ease life than some of these super filthy rich people. So, hey, man, don't be so quick to judge them as well. I say, you know what, the best thing we could do, because I ain't preaching to nobody. I'm just saying the best thing we can do, like I say, focus on just being the best we can be, being the nicest we can be, kind to others, and just not even focus on what somebody else may be even doing wrong. Just focus on making ourselves better. Let's see. Jay will never be gone from our memories. Yay! I like that pro more. Pie Brain says, do you know the history of the queen? That, like I said, I only know very little. Very little. First Lad says skirts is used not to downgrade, it's to avoid the tube's HR department. I know what you. I know. Yeah, I know what you're saying. But keep in mind, women wouldn't like being called skirts. But it makes me laugh because that's that old lingo. I mean, I know I'm not beating you up for it. It's funny to me. But I don't want any people like my beautiful Carol Rush to think that because see, that's the thing, man. Like I always say, I know I got some guys that visit the show. They're a little bit more rough towards women. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I got some guys that just straight up don't like the human woman. They can't get rid of the hate in their heart. And I want to exist to help them get rid of some of their hate. But I'm gonna say this, like the beautiful Carol. I love me some Carol Rush, my vagina. I got Sheila Bell. I got a lot of other human women that tune in, and I don't need them being deterred thinking that I got something against them, because I don't. I love the human woman. I want y'all here, whether you got a dollar or not. And so I know I'm not going to be trying to offend them, so, saying anything that may offend them or whatever. So I have to play it safe in that regard, because I want my human women to keep coming around. I love them around. Carol says, yay, football. Even though I have absolutely no idea what's going on besides a touchdown, I like watching and trying to learn, of course. Great, Carol. Great, Carol. And Carol, I'm not saying you're, like I said, it's good that you're trying to learn, but like I say, I have a lot of women that have gotten mad at me because, and some men, because I'll be like, hey, the WNBA, their uniforms are bigger than the NBA. I'm sorry. They need to add a little sex appeal to their league, baby. We need a little something to look at. It's only a few women that show their leg in their league, man. Hey, we need a little sex appeal. And I've had so many women that say they only look at football because of the booties. I've had so many women that say they loved basketball, but they loved it a little bit more when the shorts was tighter. So I know so many women who look at sports just because the men are sexy. And I always say this, a man pretty much in every sport looks like a man. You know, you can pretty much see the outline of a man's body in his sports uniforms, whether it's football, basketball, or whatever. You can boxing, fighting, you can always, you know, a woman can still see a man as a man. And in many sports, you still see a woman is that, you can pretty much see her feminine, sexy body. You know, and most sports, women's sports mimic the way women dress nowadays. They have sort of tighter clothing on. All but the WNBA, because for whatever reason, they like fighting against femininity. And what I've been reading about lately is it's not the WNBA, it's some of the damn players in the league that's fighting it. And I'm like, man, I've never seen a group of people fight against, they're fighting so hard against not getting exploited that they're going way too far to the extreme. They're wearing these damn duffel bags out there playing the game. Look, man, you can't wear a pair of yoga pants to a basketball game and then put on a damn trash bag size uniform. That's the done. It's not mirroring. It's not doing a mirror image of what you're wearing in society. So that's what pisses me off about the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? And with Carol, I went down a long road just from Carol saying she liked trying to watch football. But I was just saying, hey, Carol, whether you look at it because you think the men are sexy, or whether you're looking at it because you're trying to learn the game, or whether you're looking at it for both, I have no problem with you. But it does frustrate me when the women don't want me to look at the WNBA and derive any sexiness from it. Well, damn, no offense. That helps me look at the game. When I can see, at least I'm not dating a woman, but damn, it helps when I see somebody I think is cute dribbling the ball up the court. Sure don't hurt. What are you talking about, Pop, bro? He says get an OnlyFans or Patreon and you can show everything. No, I don't want, I would never do an OnlyFans for anything. That's not my cup of tea. Best word says Carol Rush has the patience of a saint. Carol is the best. I love Carol. That's my girl. First Last says, thanks for pointing it out. I'll think of a different word. Thank you, First Last. I mean, and like I say, this ain't to beat nobody up, man. I'm very accepting of different points of view and stuff like that. But I do like the pliability of just, you know what? Look, hey, noticing that we got different viewers around and you know, accommodating them. I appreciate you, bro. I love you, First Last. Like I say, man, hey, I appreciate all y'all, man. You know, this ain't no damn echo chamber. You know, we ain't always going to say all the same things, but we can all sort of make little changes to get along with each other and sort of, like you say, make room for the Carol Rushes and the different people that's going to come around. Like I say, we might have transgender people, which we have, whatever you are. I don't want to exclude these people. You know, whatever you are, I do not want to exclude you. Power Brunch says that's why they're not making money. You damn right, man, because I can't lie. Asia Wilson, she's one of the few women that shows that leg and that booty when she's out there playing. And I ain't gonna lie, she's only one human woman, but she's a nice looking girl. And it's hard for me to change the channel because, matter of fact, I think they playing tonight. I'm gonna try to see her play tonight. I love to see that fine ass woman play. Like I said, I love my companion dogs, and I ain't gonna lie, Hima Wari looks so good tonight. I love my companion dogs, but I still like to see a fine human woman shake them sexy vaginas all around. Carol says, at best words, she smiling. I love Carol. Pie Brad says, that's why they're not making money. Okay. Promo says, I don't know how Carol managed to put up with us. I love Kara. Kara deal with so much. Kara be making me laugh, man. Kara says, Pro More, you guys are family. Yeah. Yeah, Kara, tell them. I finally caught up. So y'all already knows what that means. So hey guys, I think the Jack Show will be coming on a little bit later. Y'all can check my guys out. That's Anna, Caesar, Star Wars Girl. If they're all on tonight, they're usually on. I don't know if my beautiful girl Venti is streaming tonight. Some of the girls I like to tune into. Chrissy Mary's always throwing something up. BX Bullet, man, she need to do a live stream. I ain't seen her do a live stream in a while. So hey guys, check out the people. And then Xfinity, I said I want to try to get her on the show one day. I think she's gonna do a show with Melanie Mack one day. Melanie Mack, she won the scent competition. I don't know. I would love to have her and her vagina on here, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I might look. I like Melanie a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Man, I'm a fan. Actually a little bit of I'm a fan of Venti and stuff too, and Star Wars. But I'm actually a little bit of giddy fan of a Melanie Mack. I'm gonna tell you why, because it just has been damn near nothing that she's tweeted, no video that I've seen where I can truthfully say I just straight disagree with her. That's the thing about her. I'm like, damn, this girl, I really love her. So I would love to talk to any one of them. But hey, go check out those people as well. There's a lot of people to check out. But as of right now, I love you. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you for the contribution to the show. Just tuning in is a contribution. But hey, spread the word, man. Hit those likes, shares, subscribes. All of it helps. Guess what? We may be at 2,700 today, but we'll be at 1 million tomorrow with your continued support. Once again, I always support the show. You can do that PayPal Cash app on my About section on YouTube. You can do a sticker or super chat during a live stream. It's always helpful. Super thanks on the individual video. I haven't seen anybody do that in a while, but it's available. And you can always donate on my fundraiser that's coming up at the end of this month, man. It's only a few weeks away, and I have a lot to prepare for that. And that's going to be me taking a bike ride around the city. And I'm doing it, man, because it's going to be like 60, 70-mile bike ride. And I'm doing it, man, once again. Since I have sank resources into the show now, I'm really going to be needing resources to help just keep me going on a daily basis so I can stream to y'all as many times as I want. But with all that said, love you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the questions. Look at my videos. Catch up with the videos. Look at the Iron Tech Dog Week. If you missed the video, please check it out. It really began with the video called The Dream. Then it went to the unboxing review video. Then it went to the live stream that I talked about, A Passionate Owner. And then it came to the video today, which I'm going to have to talk about. I might have made a little technical area here or there, but it came to the video today. And which was 3 levels of companion dogs. I just broke down 3 levels of companion dogs. And tomorrow is going to be a bit of a funny show. In my opinion, it just had me sort of laughing. So it's sort of going to be something different. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be live streaming right back with you Saturday. Oh, and it looks like I may be doing a live stream with Flashcast, guys. Yellow Flash invited me to do a live stream with him on Saturday night. So I'm going to be dropping a link. If he sends that to me, in time, I'll be trying to drop a link to you guys on that. But yeah, man, Flashcast, man. If Anna's going to be on there, I'll probably be with her and her vagina and the rest of the crew. So we'll see how that goes. But other than that, it's been a great one. Here, I said I was going to be quick, still almost 2 hours, but it's still been a fun time, baby. You know what they say? Time flies when you having fun. I'm finna get back to the NFL. I'm finna check out some WNBA, and I'm finna let y'all guys enjoy y'all night. Thank you for helping me have a stimulating conversation. But we finna check the hell out. It's been me, Jada King Hefner, and the beautiful Himawari. That's Himawari, baby. Himawari. Now, they may say Himawari, but I say Himawari, baby. Hey, that's how I say it. So we finna get the hell out of here. Let me see something. Power says, what network are they on? I don't know, man. I just heard somebody talk about it on a station. They said that the WNBA was gonna be on. But man, I know ain't too many people gonna be looking because NFL on. If they are on tonight. A vagina ain't a bad. Hey, look, a vagina is a term of endearment. The vaginas. It's a term of endearment. It's a term of endearment first and last. You know, it's a term of endearment. But with all that said, I love you guys. Have a great one. But me and the girls are the hell out of here. And guess what? If you still want to say skirt, you can. Because like I told you, I'm not correcting you. It's on you. But I love you guys. Have a good one. It's been fun. But we just turned the camera off and now we finna go. Now we finna. Hey, Kevin Gray just checked in right before I left. Hey, I'm out of here. Love you guys, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.